No one wants to see you at home like topless waving down the smoke alarm.
Hey, some people might want to see that.
All right, everyone, welcome to Next Level Kitchen, where we're taking your cooking skills to the next level by teaching you the skills and techniques to make some next level dishes.
And today, we're going to show you how to take a dish that many of you are familiar with and take it to the next level. Fried rice.
Oh my gosh, fried rice, a favorite in my house, a staple in so many cultures in Asia and around the world. And we're going to show you how to do it in a wok or a pan. And Nyesha, hopefully Uncle Roger will approve of these dishes. But first, let's talk about the actual, how we cook it. A wok, a pan, how do you like to do it?
I think it depends on the type of fried rice, right? There's Thai fried rice, Chinese style fried rice. I'm gonna kind of do my Cali Korean vibe of a fried rice. So I see you're using a wok. I'm actually going to use just a standard sort of larger saute pan, the almighty hex clad.
Oh, I like it. Almost like a non-stick too. So like that's good. People think you have to cook in a wok. You don't have to cook in a wok. But I do have one from our beloved basement level kitchen, the Blais. Look at this thing, it's all wobbly. I don't know where we found it, but I'm gonna try and walk it up today. All right, so I'm gonna get into my dish over here.
What you got?
I'm doing a prawn fried rice, right? Prawn fried rice. So real quick, I have these beautiful whole head-on prawns. I like to just sort of rip off their legs. It's kind of barbaric perhaps, but that's how I like to just peel it to get the tail off of these. Peel them pretty easy. Again, these are fresh, right? So they're sticking a little bit to their body, but real easy. If you get a shell-on shrimp or prawns, very easy to pull the shell off of them, and then you could use this to flavor or sauce or something down the line.
Oil.
Exactly, but what I'm left with is I got my prawn bodies over here. I'm gonna chop those up. Here's my tip about cooking in a wok, is that you just gotta get all your mise en place done and ready to cook because it all happens sort of at the end. What are you making?
Yeah, so I'm gonna make a sort of Korean-inspired fried rice. This is, for me, I think fried rice is an opportunity to use potentially leftover ingredients in your fridge, right?
Yeah.
I have some beautiful sausage. I have some kimchi that, I may use for a soup. It's over-fermented, so I'm actually gonna use it in a fried rice today. You're gonna use some garlic, a little ginger. I have some eggs.
Kimchi fried rice?
Yes.
Next level,
Can't
next
wait
level.
for you to taste it.
There it is.
So I've actually had some leftover rice. That's really key ingredient to fried rice is using day-old rice, right? So this rice is nice and granular. It's not stuck together. It's not hot. So it's gonna be perfect for my fried rice.
Okay, I'm over here and I'm getting, again, all of my ingredients together because especially when you are cooking in a wok or you're making fried rice, it happens so quick at the end that you don't have time to run to the fridge to grab your ginger, your garlic, your carrots, or whatever it is. So I just shredded some carrots. I think it's easier that way using some technology. I smashed some garlic over here, and then I just want to sort of rough chop it. Just get in there. Chop up some garlic. Look at the camera while you're doing it. Don't look at the camera while you're doing it because you probably don't have a camera in your house, right? Nyesha, or maybe you do. Maybe you're making a TikTok video.
I don't know, man. I think in this day and age, most people have some pretty extensive setups in their home.
Awesome. Another tip I have over here, it looks like you're using ginger as well. I like to I barely peel the ginger. I just peel around the sides and then I just take a grater. You can chop this, but I feel like it's a little easy for the ginger to just use a grater. And then when I'm done, that's all I need, about equal parts ginger and garlic. I can just put it back in the fridge, wrap it in a wet towel, and this is how I don't use all the ginger, expose that flesh to the elements in your fridge. So you got chilies over there.
I do have chilies. I love a spicy dish. I also actually love that you said to save the ginger like that because you can actually germinate that ginger in your fridge and make a little new ginger tree.
Are you germinating ginger? We make a ginger...
A new tree, you can like sprout it.
Oh my gosh.
It's a root. So super sustainable tip. I do have some Fresno chili here. It's one of my favorite California chilies. I also have some pork sausage. I love the texture that comes off of this style of sausage. And what I'm gonna do, I think, when you're dicing ingredients, right? And how you are breaking these ingredients down, it's really important to think about mouthfeel, right? You don't want big chunks of ingredients and small grains of rice, right? That would lend to a different style of fried rice. And for me, I want everything to sort of be around the same size. So I'm going to what we would call a small dice.
I love that tip. I love that tip.
My ingredients.
All right, so I got some chilies over here. I'm not copying you. But I have some carrots, I have some garlic, ginger, and scallions. Pretty much, I feel like kind of the trinity is garlic, ginger, scallions, or onion, ginger, and garlic, right? And
yeah, totally.
If you don't have scallions, use an onion, use a shallot, whatever you have.
An allium of some sort.
An allium. By the way, you said you're germinating ginger, and you're using alliums.
It's like I'm a chef or something.
You're next level. By the way, we're gonna do the fast forward where that ginger tree grows. All right, I got my prawns I'm gonna chop up, right? So are you almost ready to jump in the pan over there?
Yeah, so what I like to do, I mean, before I start cooking, I think, you noted it, it's really important to have all of your ingredients ready. Though sauteing is really just the part and the element that brings these ingredients together, right? So I have my saute pan preheating. I'm gonna say it's about a medium-high heat.
All right, I also love the fact that most fried rice dishes, you'll have a little bit of scrambled egg in there.
Yes.
You don't need it, but for me, it's a little extra protein if you're trying to stay healthy, right? My kids, by the way, one of my kids doesn't like eggs at all.
Wow.
So I have to sneak it into the meal by just making it in fried rice. She doesn't realize that she does now. Wait, does she realize it now? She realizes it now because I'm saying it.
I'm gonna just actually fry my egg and place it on top so I get that runny yolk that kind of hugs all of those rice grains. So I get a little bit of that crispy egg on the outside with the creamy yolk. Gonna be really delicious.
I love that. And so here's a key to me. I do have this wok that I'm hoping is seasoned. It's from the basement. I have a little bit of sesame oil I'm gonna put in here. A fair amount of oil, right? Because I'm really hoping nothing sticks to the pan.
Totally.
And you want us to be really, really hot. That's the key to, I think, good wok cooking. And you can see right now coming off of this, you can see the smoke. That means that the pan is ready and I'm gonna start my cooking. Are you gonna start your cooking?
Love it, kind of that jumping hot yes.
Yes, jumping, which is the word saute, by the way, which means jump is what saute means. So we want this to jump in the pan. So I'm gonna start with a little bit of my carrots in here. Just start cooking there. And here's the great thing about the wok, and I can see because I have it hot, nothing's sticking. And now I'm just gonna add all the other ingredients based on how long they're gonna cook. I'm gonna put my prawns in there. I'm gonna add all of my aromatics, the chilies, the garlic, the ginger. And then this is where it gets fun, right? This is where it gets fun. Nothing's sticking, that's because the pan was hot and you can smell the ginger and the garlic. Am I getting too excited about this? And you're doing the same thing.
Again, yeah, layering in the aromatics, right? Controlling the heat. For me, I really want to drive the flavors out of these chilies and the beautiful sweetness coming off of the sausage. I'm gonna hit it with a little bit of fresh garlic. And I don't want my pan too hot because the aromatics can tend to burn, but I definitely want them to caramelize and cook and showcase their amazing flavors. So I'll hit it with some ginger as well as garlic. And again, it makes for super easy cleanup when you can go directly straight into that pan, get a little bicep workout, and the aromatics are absolutely stunning.
On both of these are going well. I'm also gonna add a little bit of peas. Tip on peas, these are frozen peas, straight from my freezer, and I just let them defrost because they're just about cooked.
Love it.
And I don't want to overcook them. If you're gonna add a pea, it's gonna cook really, really quickly. So just a little bit of peas in there.
Love it. Love it, love it, love it.
And then again, jumping in the pan, and you get the flavor. If you are cooking in a wok, it's called the wok. You get the flavor of sort of the tin,
Absolutely.
the iron of the pan going.
All those ancestors, love that. Yeah, so I've started to build this sort of first initial layer of my fried rice. And again, I use the term aromatics, and that comes in a few different forms, right? This is that first base layer, right? This is the foundation of the rice. That je ne sais quoi, when you taste something, you're like, why is it so delicious? It's because there was time spent in developing the flavor of the aromatic, right? So garlic, ginger, chilies, that beautiful pork fat starting to render out. And now, what I want to do is I want to push all of my aromatics to one side of the pan, and really that's going to allow, so you have this beautiful golden color coming off. That's from the capsaicin in the chilies, right? Color is always flavor.
Capsaicin? We're gonna need to have someone explain all of these words, the spice that's in chilies, right?
100%, yeah, and also the color and the beautiful aromatics and aroma. So now I'm gonna go in with my rice, and I wanna allow that to caramelize a little bit. One thing for me about fried rice is I love the texture, right? A little bit of caramelized bits, a little bit of crispiness.
It's fried rice.
Yes.
It has to be fried, right?
It has to be, 100%.
And I love how you're keeping the aromatics on the side over there.
Exactly, kind of dual cooking.
You're getting ready to do the toss.
What you got going on?
I made a little well in the wok. Again, I'm trying to get the same thing Nyesha's going, a little bit of the texture, the actual rice frying. So I have a well in my wok now, and here's some of the eggs. And I'm just gonna take that little scrambled egg mixture, go right into the middle. This is my favorite part right here. You know what? I'm also gonna add a little bit of salt because I'm gonna add soy, but soy and salt are a little different,
Absolutely.
right?
That's what I always tell our chefs, because you not absolutely taste it when there's not seasoning in every single layer of the dish, right?
You can. And again,
Absolutely.
soy is salty, but they're totally different things.
100%.
And there it is, a little scrambled eggs now. Getting ready to toss this around, breaking up those eggs. You got the sausage in there too?
Yeah, so that pork fat is starting to render out. The pork in sausage is becoming crispy and chewy almost. And the chilies have developed, they're at maximum capacity of flavor right now. Garlic's caramelizing, ginger is just becoming so happy and lovely in this pan. Now the rice is doing its thing, right? Dual cooking here in one pan. And it's starting to take on those flavors slowly, right? This is when you can start to multitask. At this stage, you know, you're pouring your little glass of wine or you're calling a friend and...
That's the ultimate multitasking.
100%. Right? So for me, I mean, I feel like fried rice, if you're not ordering takeout, it's an easy weeknight dinner, right, after work. And a great way to use up ingredients. So at this stage, once that rice starts to caramelize, I hear these beautiful popping sounds. That's telling me that it's starting to become golden, brown, and delicious on the opposite end of this rice. And now I just want to go in and start to build on the umami and go in with a second layer or second installment of flavor, right? We have that first layer of aromatics. And again, the soy, as Richard has in his, is going to help caramelize my rice, right? So I want to do a little bit of a drizzle, not too much, right? A little bit of soy, a little bit of fish sauce, right? And that's going to play with the natural umami in the soy and also the kimchi.
You got some big flavors. You got fish sauce, right? Again, which is like you're not tasting fish, you're just getting that je ne sais quoi that you were saying
100%.
that I don't know what that is, that makes food delicious. It's called umami.
Absolutely, and a different way to add salt. I'm just gonna add a touch of sesame oil, right? I'm gonna keep that flavor of the sesame. And again, just notice I haven't really moved the pan much. I want that caramelization. I want those notes to hit. A little bit of chewiness, a little bit of crispiness, and a little bit of freshness by adding scallions at the very end. So I'm gonna slice some scallions. I'm gonna get fancy and cut them on a bias. You can cut them however you'd like.
All right, how are you finishing it up over there?
Yeah, so I'm just
egg?
gonna drop my egg straight into this pan, and that's going to fry up. And while I plate my fried rice, that's gonna be cooking simultaneously. I think it's really important to sort of multitask when cooking.
You're gonna leave the egg like nice and beautiful like that?
I am gonna leave the egg nice and beautiful like that. So what I'm gonna do now is allow this rice to caramelize on the opposite end, and then I'll just start to fold in a touch of this kimchi juice and the kimchi itself, and just start to fold these flavors together, right? And I'm thinking about balance. Thinking about balance. So folding in.
There it is. That's that wake, that little bit of the char that you're getting from some of the ingredients from the pan itself.
So, you know, we always say it, color is flavor.
There it is. I'm really, as impressed as I am with that, the egg is looking so luscious right now.
Oh, so luscious. So I add in a little bit of scallion, fresh scallion.
I'm ready to plate over here.
Love that. Can't wait to taste it, Richard.
Okay, so there we go. Plating a little bit over here. You can say I got all of that. You know, I can see the individual kernels of rice, which is what I'm looking for. I have some more of those scallions. I like the flavor of the bulbiness of the scallions. I'm gonna add a little bit on there. And then because I do like it spicy, even though I had some chilies in the dish, I'm just gonna add a little bit of chili oil right on top, or you can do just a little dish on the side, because I do like it spicy, and obviously so do you.
Oh, I love spicy. Touch more soy. And we're ready to plate.
Fantastic.
This is a dish I make a lot, actually. I love to use overripe kimchi in applications like this, because generally it's something that you eat straight away. Right. But the softer, more fermented kimchi lends itself really great to things like this.
I love the fact that you got those little bits of the sausage in there. You got all these deep fermented flavors.
Yes.
And presentation-wise, you're taking it to the next level, leaving that egg and that yolk that's gonna be able to gush all over that.
Oh, tell me about it. Okay, so, yes, you know, as you've made sort of a more traditional, if you will, fried rice, you know, with that scrambled egg, so beautiful. I've actually chosen to keep the egg on top, so I get a little bit of that creaminess from the yolk. And what I will do here is...
There's more?
But wait, there's more.
There's more.
Wait for it.
There it is. Oh my gosh.
Mic drop.
Nyesha Arrington taking it to the next level. Let's see.
Cheers.
Bottom level, maybe. Top level. 2 delicious dishes. I don't know. Uncle Roger, what do you think?
Not bad, both of you. Uncle Roger have to say, I prefer niece Nyesha fried rice because she's using all of Uncle Roger's favorite ingredient, the kimchi, the sesame oil, the fish sauce, so much umami. Nephew Richard, fried rice not bad also, but little too basic. And don't put peas in your fried rice, hiya. You want vegetable, you go eat salad. Only green in fried rice should be scallion. But amazing job, both of you. Uncle Roger approved for you.